Revelation 2196 from the 28th of December 1941. Born of wisdom. Spring of grace. Drink of refreshment. Everyone who hungers and thirsts for spiritual nourishment may refresh himself at the divine fountain of grace. As soon as he longs for it, the spring of wisdom opens up for him and strengthens his spirit. And as a result he has to mature his soul, for if it is supplied with spiritual nourishment it will shape itself ever more in accordance with divine will, that is, it will unite with the spirit within it, and this will shape the soul in God's image. It is permeated by light until it has completely become a being of light. God's love is thus constantly ready to bestow grace. The human being's willingness to accept this grace is equally necessary. For grace cannot be imparted to someone who does not want to receive it. But the human being cannot be compulsorily determined to receive grace either. Yet how often does he lack the willingness, how often does he pass by the source of grace which divine love opens for him so that he can draw strength from it. And even if living water flows from the spring, which is a delicious refreshment for the thirsty earthly wanderer, the human being desires other food and drink and ignores the spring. And therefore the hardship in the world is unspeakably great. And therefore people are afflicted by suffering and affliction so that they grow weary and threaten to faint and take refuge in this divine source of grace which alone can give them refreshment and strength. Every wayfarer needs refreshment, for the path to the heights is long and arduous. Every wayfarer also has access to this spring, but how many pass it by because the drink of refreshment does not seem desirable to them, because they want to indulge in worldly pleasures and do not desire spiritual refreshment. And God does not force His grace upon people. He certainly brings it close to them, He offers it to every person, but He leaves it up to them to make use of His gift of grace. And if He imparts His word to people and they don't pay attention to it, they lack strength. For the greatest and most delicious of all gifts of grace is the imparting of the divine word. Blessed is the human being who draws from the well of his love and wisdom, who does not pass it by, who bends down to receive the drink of rennet, for unimagined strength will flow through him and the path of ascent will become easy for him. Amen.